Good evening, everyone. This is Aaron, the Carnivorish guy. I have a stand for my phone now, so I'm moving up in the world. I'm getting there. So we're gonna do a little recipe video tonight, and yes, by the header, Carnivore-ish Lasagna. So we're gonna do it as close as we can to lasagna, staying as close to carnivore as possible, with a little exception. This is going to actually be a very basic one. Normally I would maybe add a little bit more veggie and stuff to this, but tonight we're not going to do that. So, of course, we're going to have to put some ricotta cheese in there. Beef. I'm not making all this beef, but hey, I got this on clearance at Walmart, and then I got this. And from the video you saw, I got another thing of ground beef when I was at Aldi. I'm not going to need all of that. I did go with the ragu, no sugar added, of course. And then we're going to go with pre-shredded, I know, some parmesan, some mozzarella, and then we have some Italian seasoning, seasoned cheese to go in there. Of course, we need lasagna noodles. Not really keto, not really carnivore. So we're going to skip that, and we're going to use egglife wraps. This is exactly what we're going to use. I got these. I've never had these, the roasted garlic and herb, so I thought that would be interesting. So I could mix that with some of just the regular ones. I'm sure you can make them yourself quicker and easier, but this is literally, you know, cage-free egg whites with the less than 2% of xanthium gum, sea salt, natural flavors. I mean, is it perfectly clean? No, but you know what? It's gonna do. And I made this before for my family, and they liked it, so let's go with it. So first thing we're gonna have to do is get some meat cooking. Yeah, so I'm not all fancy. I don't have fancy computers and anything set up yet where I can do like multiple screens at once. So we'll do the best we can here for this. So I have, this is just some 70-30 ground beef. So for the next step, I'm gonna throw the egglife wraps. I'm gonna throw those in the air fryer just for a few moments. Nothing long, just to you know, kind of get them a little bit, you know, a little warm, maybe a little, not crispy, but just a little bit more, I don't know, consistency, so they're not so rubbery. So I'm going to do that. I have my air fryer right here. But yeah, there's my air fryer getting going there. And it's really simple. And it's not hard to make this. It's just, you know, a few minutes of prep, no more than you're doing a regular lasagna. And, you know, you can make it as keto, carnivore as you like. Sometimes I like to add some fresh veggies, some onion, some peppers. Zucchini works well with it. You know, really make it what you want. You know, you can put ground beef in there, pork, cut up steak, pepperoni. You know, make it a pizza. Whatever you want to do with it is what you can do. So, yeah, give me one moment. Ground beef is almost done. If I need to cook a little more, it won't be an issue. So while the air fryer is doing its thing, we're going to take the ricotta. I know, this isn't professional. This isn't Rachel Ray. Sorry, guys. We're going to put some ricotta in here. I don't really know how much I need. Well, I guess I'm using it all. So, again, if I have extra, I can make something with it. I'm not worried about it. It's not going to go to waste. I am still doing my fast. So I'll just get that mixed up a little bit. I'm going to take a little of this Parmesan cheese and mix that in there a little bit. And again, now this is where you make it what you want. Now into the ricotta, I'm going to go ahead and mix some seasonings in there besides the Parmesan. I got some oregano. You know, again, just kind of a few things to taste, I guess. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. If you put too much, too little, you know, for next time. We're going to mix a little bit of basil in there. Oh, forgot the parsley. A little bit of garlic powder is going to go in there. Again, you know, eyeball it, see what you like. Go with some parsley. And the nice thing about doing this, I'll put everything in the description, what I'm using in here. And, but for the most part, this is really, you put as much of something as you want in there. There's no set amount. You don't have to put a certain amount in. You kind of put what you like. If you like more seasoning, you like more seasoning. If you don't like more seasoning, don't put as much seasoning. It's truly up to you. And just because I've always seen people do it, just put some eggs in here, get a little mixture of eggs. Oh, and look at that. Got a shell. And that's why everyone cracks these things over something else, so they don't get shells in there. And that one, perfect. Oh, I say perfect, but look, another little shell. No big deal. Go wash my hands. A little red mint salt. And a little black pepper. Nothing fancy here. Those wraps are still going. They're not really doing anything besides getting a little warm, so I don't know if it's really doing anything for them. I probably should have just put one egg in here, but it's okay. But they're doing. They've been there just for a few minutes now, so we'll see. We'll see how they go. Again, is it something you have to do? Probably not. But hey, first time you, first time me. I've made this before. The last time I did not put them in there. I don't even remember if I put them on a pan to warm them up. But you can see the mixture, the ricotta mixture is looking really good. In theory, I'm on a fast, so can't taste it. But it looks about the way I want it to look. Okay, a little fast. Tastes fine. I just had a little try of it, and it's fine. And no, I did not lick the spoon. So perfect. So that's ready to go. And then put that aside. Still got to warm up the garlic ones. As you can see, the ground beef is done. Might have overcooked it a little bit, but it'll be okay. What I like about doing stuff like this is it keeps me, keep carnivore-ish. The sauce is going to be, and the seasonings aren't going to be carnivore, but that's okay. You do what's best for you. You got to do what's sustainable for you. And something like this is an easy meal. It's going to have plenty of protein in it. It's going to have meat. It's going to have fat. It's going to, it'll be, satisfying. And it's simple. You can put this together in a few minutes. It doesn't take long. No more than doing a regular lasagna. So, I appreciate you guys watching this. I'm just waiting for the first set of tortillas to finish up here, and then I'm going to get the second set of the wraps going. The garlic ones, you can definitely see have that nice the herbs and stuff in there, so that should add a lot of flavor to this as well. I will say, as I put the garlic and herb ones on there, they seemed a little bit bigger. So now let's get a dish here, a baking dish, so we can get this going. So we're going to go with the smaller baking dish here. I have another one I can use if I need to, but I'm not sure how this will turn out, so we're going to start by just pouring a little bit of sauce in the bottom. Just a little bit, and a little bit more. Why people do this, I don't know, but it's just how it's always been done. And again, just a little bit on there, just to wet the whistle on the bottom, as they say. And then we're going to start with, we're going to go with the smaller tortilla. I should have probably cut that in half. Probably could have just cut that in half. Let me grab a knife. Didn't even think about doing that, cut it in half first. But that's why I'm not Julia Child or Rachel Ray. So yeah, so see, now I'm just gonna layer these down here. It's not gonna be pretty, don't get me wrong, but it's gonna be all right. It's gonna get the job done. And I can quarter this one off. We have the first layer there. And then, I forget, do you put ground beef down or ricotta next? I guess it really doesn't matter. We'll put a little bit of ricotta down. And I have another thing of ricotta if I need to use it. So I'll be okay there. And again, this doesn't have to be perfect. It can be whatever you want it to be. So hopefully when I'm editing this video, I can figure out how to fast forward this part for you guys so you don't have to watch me do this in slow motion. Okay, so now we got our meat mixture over here. I may have to make a little bit more. I don't know if this will be enough, honestly. But we'll see. We shall see. Still waiting for those garlic and herb ones to finish in there, so we'll see. Chopping the meat up a little bit. Some of it didn't break down. And I'm probably going to make that other beef because I would rather have this be a little bit meatier than not. And that's not going to get very far, to be honest. That meat's not going to get too far. But that's okay. That's why I have plenty more meat. I could have went with the bigger pan too, but that's okay. We're just trying this out. This might be just a one layer one. Obviously you can make as many layers as you want. So I just pulled out the air fryer tortillas. The ones on the top definitely did get a little bit more cooked than the ones that were a little bit lower. So maybe in the future I'll pay a little bit more attention to that. I have the other ground beef cooking, pork mixture just in case I need it. And now, of course, we're going to give a nice, healthy amount of mozzarella cheese here. And there's already the ricotta in there and stuff. And so, boom, cheese. I mean, let's be honest, you can never have enough cheese. And then we're going to do a layer of sauce on top. And even though obviously there's no sugar added to it, it's still gonna, obviously there's gonna be some carbohydrates in there. So depending on how sensitive you are to things, put as little or as much as you like. It's again, preference. I usually, for the amount that I'm having when I have this dish, it's not usually enough that it's really gonna, impact me. So for the next layer, I'm gonna go with the garlic ones. We're going to do that. Ooh, it's going to be kind of tight. I should have went with the bigger pan, but it's okay. It's a learning curve, No one's perfect here. No one is perfect. There's no right or wrong way to do this. You just do the best you can, right? That's all we can do. Just like when you're on a diet, you just do the best you can do. If you can't afford ground beef, or well, nowadays who can afford ground beef? But if you can't afford steak, it's okay. It's quite all right if you can't afford the steak. Okay, so we pat that down. And now we're just going to repeat the steps. I'm going to put some, I know it's not perfect, but put some more ricotta down. Now again, I don't know if I should be putting the meat down or the ricotta, I don't remember. But hey, you know what? It's all going in the same place at the end, so I guess it really doesn't matter. Guess it really doesn't matter. Good thing I got that second thing of sauce because one jar is not going to be enough. The only thing I'm waiting for now is this next batch of ground beef, the rest of this ground beef to just finish up here. And of course, while the ground beef is finishing up, if you like this kind of content, I would appreciate you liking this video, subscribing to my channel, and leaving a comment. I definitely appreciate it. It definitely does help. So that should be done in just a few more moments. And I'll be ready to do the next layer. I enjoy doing these videos, and now that I have a stand, it makes it a little bit easier for that. And I would really like, I think I'm going to invest in the StreamYard where I could hook up multiple cameras at once, or use the computer, use my phone. I have a second recording device I could use for a phone, but something like that. But I really do enjoy these, and you know, it's something simple you can do to stay keto, carnivore-ish, but still have some stuff that you know you still like. I like Italian food, you know. So if you guys like these recipes, you know, please keep it up. I know Just Jason, Keto, Chris Cook in Nashville. I love their content. There's so many great people out there that do content, that do cooking. I am definitely not them, but you know, hey, we do the best we can. And I just want to show the average person out there, you know, you can do everything with just simple ingredients, something tasty. Okay, so we're going to put a little more ground beef on here, as well as the beef pork mixture. Just finished. Of course, I have my best friend, man's best friend, waiting for me to drop some. Not going to, but hey. You can obviously tell the texture or the color difference between the pork and the beef. So, yeah, definitely needed to use a bigger pan. Interesting to get out of here. That's all I can say. So now let's put another layer of cheese on here. And it's just the mozzarella. Doesn't have to be fancy. Oh, some sauce. Yeah, we're going to be overflowing this thing. Oh yeah, this is going to be a mess. But it's going to be good. I don't want to over sauce it. You can always add more sauce on afterwards if you want. Not everyone likes a lot of sauce. Okay, so perfect. Now, I'm not going to have enough room to put another layer of beef on here, because this is just too small of a pan. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of make it a little bit easier. I'm just going to take the ricotta and actually do another layer of ricotta right on top of this. Small layer, because I got so much ricotta left. I don't know what I'll do with it otherwise. Just Jason Keto gave me an idea for a shuffle that you can use for ricotta with some lemon, so I'm looking forward to trying that. So I have some extra ricotta to make that. You know what I may do? I may make a garlic bread shuffle to go with this. So the video might just get a little bit longer. Just what you guys are all hoping. I know it's a long video to begin with, but hey, I appreciate you guys watching and sticking through this with me. It's not the prettiest, not going to taste it, you know, it's going to taste really good. It's definitely not going to be the prettiest. In fact, I'm going to put it on a baking sheet. I might put it in the oven. And then I'm just going to layer it with one more set of the egg wraps, the egglife wraps. I don't know how this is going to cut. I truly don't know. It's probably going to be a mess. Hopefully it works out. If not, this is definitely too small of a pan. Definitely too small of a pan. I misjudged it 100%. So when you make this, I hope you don't make the same mistake I made. Okay, perfect. That's that all covered. So we're just going to do this. Whatever's left here doesn't have to be. I'm just using it up at this point. Nothing I'm going to do with this little amount of ricotta, but I'm not going to open a whole new one. Okay, oops, and I'm out of ricotta to go over here. It's all right. And like I said, because this is going to get messy, put it on a baking sheet. Oven is preheated. Now, we're just going to put, I got the mozzarella and parmesan here. Okay, I'm just going to use these. It's fine. So now we're going to put some more mozzarella. I have another package to open up, so I'm not worried about it. Parmesan. This is where you can be free with the cheese, however you like. Use as much or as little as you like. I like using cheese. Probably way too much cheese. Doggy's just waiting for everything. Okay, so that's perfect. I accidentally hit stop on my video, so yeah, it doesn't look pretty, but it's gonna go down just fine. So, oops, power just went out. That's a negative. Pardon the technical difficulties. Power went out. Power came on. Power went out. Power's back on. So again, let's get this in the oven and let's get it going. So I put that in the oven at 375. We'll just see how long it takes. We're doing a very basic shuffle recipe. Just putting one egg in the shuffle. Half a cup of cheese. That's mozzarella cheese, half a cup. Got my waffle iron warming up. I'm gonna put just a little bit of parsley. Just a little, maybe a little more. A little bit of garlic. Maybe a little too much garlic, we'll see. And you know I like garlic, so there's never enough garlic. So let's mix it up really well. Have the waffle iron waffling. Now I don't know how many this is going to make, but we just want to get this well incorporated. So now the waffle iron is ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of Parmesan on the bottom of it. Just a little bit. Spread it around a little. Hopefully it'll crisp up the shuffle a little bit. I made my mixture. Now let's take a look here. Probably should have put a plate under this or something. We'll see how this turns out. Not sure if I put too much in there, so maybe this will make about 2 shuffles. And then we'll put, I don't know, maybe it doesn't look like the egg mixture is enough, to be honest. Maybe I need a little more cheese in there. Okay, and then let's just let it go. This is a little mini here. Not sure how long it's going to take, but we'll see. Obviously, I have put too much of the shuffle mix in there, so I'm not expecting this one to turn out very good. Let's see. Okay, that's one. I think I pulled it out too soon, but I also think the mixture wasn't quite the way we would want it to be. That's one, and then the rest of the egg mixture on top. I think that first one I just used a little too much egg mixture, to be honest, or too much in there at once and too much egg. I added more cheese to this last part, so we'll see how it comes out. I think I was putting some Parmesan on top to hopefully crisp it up. I learned that from Just Jason. Hopefully I can figure a way out to fast forward some of this video, because I don't know how many people are going to sit here and watch a 30-minute video of this, but hey, if you do, I appreciate it. Please like, subscribe. I'm going to work on my content, making better quality videos for you. I am Aaron, the Carnivorish guy. So hey, and if you had any mistakes this week, just accept it. Forgive yourself and move on. Let it go. So I appreciate everyone watching. I'm just waiting for the finished products to come out here. We'll give you a look, and then I hope you guys have a great night. Trying that first shuffle. Not bad. A little bit of the crunch. Needed more garlic and seasoning. Needed much more. I'm a moron. I didn't put the last layer of cheese on top of the lasagna. Make matters worse, when I thought about sliced mozzarella, I grabbed Munster, so I just covered it with some provolone. Yeah, that'll do. There's the second shuffle. Went in there a little bit longer, so should be fine. And there you have it, folks. The provolone went on a little too late, and it did spill over the edges. Definitely use a bigger pan. Carnivorish lasagna. No vegetables in this one. Maybe in a future one. Again, I appreciate everyone watching this video, liking, subscribing to my channel. I hope you all have a very nice evening. Accept, forgive, let it go, and move on. As always, thank you very much for your time. Have a great night.